Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Cognizant Genc Next interview experience. Guys, this interview experience is of a Java developer role who gave the interview recently only on 26th August 2021. Guys, this is the 7th interview experience that I am covering on this channel. The rest of the 6 interview experiences have already been uploaded on my channel. All those interview experiences are present in this playlist, that is the Cognizant Genc Next interview experience playlist. The link of this playlist I will give in the I button or in the description box. Make sure that you visit it and watch all these videos because these videos will be really helpful for you in clearing your interviews. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe it as well as join my Telegram group also. All the links of the Telegram group are given in the description box. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting a video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the date of the interview was 26th August 2021. The branch of my friend was IT. Duration of the interview was 55 minutes. And the role for which she was giving the interview was Java developer role. Okay, so the first question that was asked from her was introduce yourself. So guys, this will be the question that will be definitely asked from you. So make sure that you only include those skills in which you are comfortable in, and tell about your projects, internship and extracurricular activities also in this introduce yourself. Okay, now the next question that was asked from her was, are you familiar with Java? So she said yes, she is familiar with Java. Okay, the next question was, write a code for the selection sort in Java. So the interviewer can ask you to either share the screen, or he can ask you to only tell the approach or the pseudocode of the particular sort function. Okay, the next question was, write code for quick sort in Java. So again, it is similar to the selection sort only. So both these sorting algorithms was asked from her, and she wrote the code for the same. Okay, the next question was, how can you sort an array list in Java? So she said that there is already an inbuilt function in Java that is present in the collection framework, and it helps in sorting the array list. So this answer is correct, that there is already a built-in sort function present in collections. Okay, the next question was asked about the project. So she answered her project was based on WebD. So she explained everything about her projects. She mentioned two projects in the resume. So you can explain any of the projects to the interviewer. Again, the things you have to tell about projects are that what your project does, what is the technology stack that has been used in your project, and why you chose that project, what is the future scope of the project, and what are all the challenges you faced while working on this project. So all these things you have to prepare for the interview. These questions can be asked from you regarding the projects. Okay, the next question was, which database you worked on and explain database connectivity in Java. So which database you worked on in the project. So she was asked the questions related to this only. Now explain the database connectivity in Java. So again, this is Java developer role. So you will have to explain the JDBC, or you can say the architecture of the database in Java. Again, this is the link I will give in the description box. You can visit this link and read about this connection to the database in Java. Now the next question was, difference between NoSQL and SQL. So this is again a very commonly asked question in an interview. You can be asked to differentiate between SQL and NoSQL. So first of all, SQL. The SQL stands for Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS, whereas NoSQL stands for Non-Relational or Distributed Data Systems. Now in SQL, this data is stored in the form of tables, but in NoSQL, the data is stored in the form of dictionaries. There is no particular structure for the data to be stored in NoSQL. Now the SQL, these databases are best suited for complex queries. Now whereas NoSQL, these databases are not so good for complex queries. Because whenever a difference is asked in an interview, make sure that you give at least 2 points of difference. Another difference we can say that the NoSQL have the dynamic schema and SQL have the static schemas. Okay. Now the next question was, explain about the B trees and B plus trees. So again, there is a difference. You have to give at least 2 points. You can take the screenshot of this particular thing, or you can find it on the internet. What is the difference between B trees and B plus trees? So in the B trees, all the keys and records are stored in both internal as well as the leaf node. See, all the keys and records are stored in internal and leaf node, whereas in B plus trees, keys are the indexes stored in the internal nodes and records are stored in the leaf node. So this is the main difference between B trees and B plus trees. Now in the B tree, leaf nodes are not linked to each other. Remember, in B trees, leaf nodes are not linked to each other, whereas in B plus tree, the leaf nodes are linked to each other. So this is again one such difference between these two trees. So I hope these differences are clear to you. Now the next question was, what is the difference between ASP and GSP? So first of all, let's see what does ASP and GSP stands for. So GSP stands for Java Server Pages, which helps developer to create dynamically web pages based on HTML or other types. So GSP, the full form of GSP is Java Server Pages, whereas the full form of ASP is Active Server Pages. So I hope first of all the full form is clear to you. Now GSP is a server-side scripting language which was created by the microsystems. So GSP is a server-side scripting language. ASP is also a server-side scripting language which was created by Microsoft. So this is the main difference. See, these are both the server-side scripting languages, but the difference is in their companies. Like ASP is of Microsoft and GSP is of Sun Microsystems. Now GSP is free of cost. It is open to all. Anyone can download. Whereas ASP is not free. You will have to pay a certain cost to use ASP functionalities. So I hope these differences are clear to you. Okay, so what is in Spring Boot? So again guys, I will try to leave the link in the description box for this Spring Boot thing. So do check the description box of this article, of this video, and guys make sure that you follow all the Telegram groups that I have given the description box. Okay, the next question was again a difference. So in this interview experience you can see that a lot of difference has been asked. So guys, this is a Java developer role, so there will be majority of the questions which will be asked from Java development side, and rest of the things will be asked from your resume, projects, or OOPS DBMS or such things. Now, difference between React.js and React Native. Now, React.js, it is used for developing web applications, whereas React Native is used for developing mobile applications. This is the major difference between these two. Now, React.js can be executed on all platforms, but React Native is platform dependent. It takes more effort to be executed on all platforms. Okay, so I hope the difference is clear to you, and you have to give at least two difference for each of the thing. Now next was explain about DevOps and Git and Docker. So again this is a very complex topic. I will not be able to explain you in this video, so therefore I am giving you the link, so you can visit this link and learn about the DevOps thing. Next is what is Bootstrap. So Bootstrap, the definition of Bootstrap is simple. It is the most popular CSS framework for developing responsive and mobile first websites. So Bootstrap is used after CSS for making the responsive websites. So I hope this definition is clear to you. So guys, these 13 questions were asked in the technical round, and guys, this interview is little bit on the tough side, because if you have seen my previous videos, there were interviews which were slightly on the easier side, but this interview was properly on the tough side, and they just went into deep into Java. So make sure that if you are giving any role interview, make sure that you study at least certain things about that role, either it is cybersecurity, Google engineer, or something else. Because these are all the technical rounds. Now let's see the HR rounds. HR round questions. So there were only 3 HR round questions. Why Cognizant? Do you have any location preferences? And explain about your goals. So these are the basic HR questions. The answer to these HR questions depends on candidate to candidate. There is no right or wrong thing in HR round. So just be confident and give your point of view in these questions. So guys, I have discussed both the technical round questions and HR round questions of this Java developer role. I hope you like this video and it will help you in clearing your interviews. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you like the video. Please join all the Telegram groups I have mentioned in the description box. And guys, thank you for watching this video.